Welcome to part 6 of the hardtail build series. So this is kind of the last part overview video. So just going to be going over touch points and some other miscellaneous items. So the first thing I kind of want to focus in on actually are these pedals. So these are the wolf tooth waveforms. We're a big fan of these. They're not cheap pedals, but fantastic quality. Really good foot retention. I went with the race face, I believe the turbine, the turbine stem, beautiful machined silver stem. And then that will be holding on to these 1-up carbon bars. These are what come on a lot of the transitions that we sell, and I've always loved them. They just have a very clean, simple look, and I really like the kind of flattened portion on the bottom there. They've got a good amount of compliance. They're super strong. Been a big fan of those. And then as far as other touch points go, I've got the wolf tooth echo grips. They've got a nice orange accent on there. So they feel pretty big. The diameter on them is nice and chunky. They're not super slender grips, which I like. And then final touch point kind of is going to be the saddle, of course, busting out the cow pattern. So pivot points, we've got a wolf tooth bottom bracket, really good quality, made in America, awesome bottom bracket. And then a White Industries headset. So high polish, really like White Industries. They have a super cool machine shop out in California. I have these wolf tooth stainless steel Morse cages that were on another bike that might pair in really well with the build, but I also kind of like, it's a very simple cage, but this Lesign power cage, I like the oversized tubing and the black accent on it. It might mesh really well with some of the other black elements in the build. And then I also have some candy. So just some orange water bottle bolts and lock rings from wolf tooth that will match the grips pretty well. And then I also went with the wolf tooth spacers, the silver spacers. So gonna have all kinds of color, all kinds of silver on the cockpit area. Super excited. I think it's gonna look awesome and be extremely comfortable. Stay tuned for the final part of this build series coming out tomorrow, where we go over the complete bike, how it looks when it's all put together, and kind of my thoughts and build philosophy in general.